Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Hi everyone, Diane here. Today we're going to paint this cute little watercolour bird, this whimsical bird here. And to do this I'm going to be using my MEEDEN paint set, or at least some of the colours in it. Very affordable for those of you who don't yet have access to artist quality paints. No need. This one's about $17. And you can buy it from our website if you go over to dianeantone.com, and you get an extra 10% off. Anyway, so here I've chosen to use, for this particular bird, I'm going to use these two shades here, which are violet and purple. And this is scarlet red, and this is pale yellow, and also turquoise. So those are the colours that I picked out for doing this bird. And I'm going to be painting him on a sheet of MEEDEN watercolour paper, which is 100% cotton. It's very good paper, and you should get a good result if you have a pack of that. For, again, about $16 for a pack of 20 sheets of 100% cotton is very, very reasonable. So let's get started with this. And first thing I'm going to do here is to draw the outline roughly. I've just got a soft pencil here, just move that out of the way. I'm going to, let's put in a piece of brown just to give me an idea where his legs are going to go. Sometimes I start with the legs. It depends on how confident I'm feeling about painting. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit, what's the word? Like it's only 8:30 in the morning, and anyway, so we're basically just simply going to draw an oval like this, an egg shape kind of thing, and then we'll put in a nice fat tail for him, and then we're going to put a cheeky little beak in here, and a nice big eye. Like that. And I won't forget her knees. And we're going to put a flower down here, but we'll put that in later probably. Okay, so there's the background to the bird, or at least the outline to the bird. Today I'm going to use this Winsor & Newton brush here. This is a Scepter Gold. You can get these on Amazon quite easily. They're widely available. It is a blend of synthetic and marten hair, so it's sable. I don't think there's very much sable in it, but they say that it's a very good brush to use, so I'm going to give it a try. I just happened to have this one. I didn't even know I had it, so I'm going to give that a try, and then if I need a smaller one I shall use my Drawwell, the little Japanese brush. So let's just pick up some paint and get started. I think it's quite often useful to start with the lightest colour that you're going to use. And we're just going to drop some paint in to a couple of places since I've picked up some paint. Let's just drop it in like this. And I know it seems wasteful to wash your brush off in between each stroke, but in order to achieve this particular look, you really need to. So then I'm going to bring the red in here and let it join to the yellow, and I'm hoping that it's going to bleed nicely. And then I'm going to put the turquoise here as well, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that that similarly is going to mix in nicely. And then we'll go for the purple here, and just bring that down like this. And the whole, what's the word? The whole beauty of something like this is that you just put the colours in and you let it do its work. Let the colours do their work. And so here I'm going to put some pink. And I'm not blending anything, I'm just dropping it in and letting it move around of its own accord. We'll put some turquoise in up here as well. And where the turquoise hits the yellow, it goes very green, doesn't it? Let's put a bit more yellow in here. And bring the turquoise round here. When you move it, it follows your brush. And let's put some more red down here. If you feel at any point when you're doing this kind of thing, if you feel at any point that you've perhaps gone a bit too strong, you can lift it off just by rinsing your brush, drying your brush on a piece of paper or a piece of towel, and just lift it up like that. Yeah? If you want to make alterations. I think that needs to be a little bit pinker, so I'm just going to put some pink in there. And then I'm going to add a little bit more yellow there. And then down the bottom here, let's have some more pink. And let that all blend. And then let's put some more turquoise in here. It doesn't matter where you put the colours, whatever colour you want, just put them wherever it occurs to you to put them. And then we're going to let that dry. The brush is fine, no problem with that brush. Yeah, so we just let that dry, basically, and then we come back for the next step. Okay, so that's dry now, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to come in with maybe some orange, which I'll mix from the yellow with a little bit of the red. And I'm just going to add some lines here. So lines that we'll then, in the next step, we'll paint over. So just going to put in some very simple, some lines, and then I'm going to pick up some more stronger yellow. I'm going to put one in there. This is just to give you a sort of structure for the embellishment, really. And then we're going to take some darker purple, and a little bit more water needed there. And I think we'll do a circle here. Just kind of follow whatever it is that the painting that you've done so far kind of, prompts you to do. Have a little bit more turquoise, green up here perhaps. Doesn't really matter what shape it is, and try not to be too fussy about it. Just talking to myself again. Okay, so it looks pretty weird at this moment, but don't worry. It's fine. So we need to dry that and then come back to the next thing. So now I'm going to use a brush pen. This is a Tombow Fudenasuke hard point brush pen, this one. And it does thick and thin lines. So that's really rather good. And then what I'm going to do is we'll start with the beak and we'll just go around the outside edge. And I'm going to let my pen wander because I don't want it to be too straight. A line, I need it to be kind of winky wonky. We put in the legs with some nice knees and some feet with claws. And keep going. This one, and then little spiral for the knee. And keep going up here. So we're just basically doing the outline. And as you do the outline, you'll notice, I mean, I'm doing this deliberately with a shaky hand, getting ready for the day when I can't do anything else. No, I shouldn't say things like that, should I? That'd be tempting fate. And then we put some little curls on the end here. And as I do this, I kind of vary the pressure, so some of it is light, thin and some of it is thick, like that. It's really very effective, this kind of pen. And we just put some little hearts here and there. I put maybe put one over here and perhaps one over here. And then the eye, we are going to block in the main part of the eyeball like that. And the character of the bird is absolutely determined by the light that you leave in the eye. So I suggest you gradually fill it in and look at the character that emerges as you do this. Just moving the light just very slightly makes a huge difference. If you're not happy with what you achieve first time round, you can always make it light again using a bit of opaque gouache, white gouache, or the bleed proof white by Mr. P.H. Martin. Okay, so that's that. Now we're just put in a little line for him to stand on. And now we're going to use the pen to do a bit of embellishment within and around these. Oh, I tell you what, I have forgotten that I was going to put a nice dark red line here. It's just that these lines, they take the white very well. Make them a bit darker than the background, you see. There we are. Okay. So let's just go around the outside edges of some of these lines, and we can put little dots on the lines, and we can do little shapes inside the spaces. There's so many different things you can do. Go around the inside, you can go around the outside. We can put in here some more hearts. We're going to use the white pen in a minute as well. And we can do all sorts of spirals like this. Press hard, lift up, press hard to get these really good spirals. And we can do little groups of dots like this. I quite like these 5 with one in the middle. There's something quite satisfying about those. And we can go around the inside as well. We can go halfway. And keep them thick and thin. And what else can we do? We could do some more lines which overlap, like teardrops. Perhaps we'll put another spiral there. Okay, having got to that point, I'm going to switch to the white. And let's just doodle. And do whatever you feel like. Let's put some white on the inside of those, and perhaps on the outside too. And we can do spirals. I like spirals, don't you? Let's put a white line here next to the black line. It's up to you. You'll find you'll do one of these one day and it'll turn out in a certain way, and then another day you think you're doing the same thing and it will turn out completely differently, or you'll find different things that you want to put in, and some days you'll feel it worked and other days you'll feel it didn't. You just have to say it's fine, whatever I do, I'm doing it for you. I don't know if you've heard of Hans Wilhelm. He's a bit of a New Age philosopher type of person who occurs on YouTube. And he did a little video recently about the value of art, why we have art in our world. And I wanted to just quote, I just came across it this morning. I didn't intend to mention him, but I will, because I came across this when I was just getting ready to do this. He says, why do we have art in our lives? And when he talks about art, he doesn't just mean painting, of course. He means music and literature, and also all those, everything, dance and everything. And he says, just listening to a few notes and we're drawn into another mood, another world, another reality. Just a few paragraphs of a good book make us forget our worries. And paintings can have the same effect, a powerful antidote to all the bitterness, the sadness, and the hopelessness that many feel in their daily lives. And I think that's very well put. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Hans Wilhelm is his name. If you haven't come across him, he's worth listening to, although not everybody agrees, obviously, with what he believes in, but still. Yeah, I think it's true, isn't it? You forget all about the things that you're worrying about, your health and your family's health, and how the children are growing up, and all those sorts of things. What shall I put here? And what we should have for dinner tonight, and how long the grass is getting. And what shall I put in here? This is a lovely big space, isn't it? I think I'm going to have to break it up and do a little bit of neurographic art and break this up. And then we can do dots inside one section, circles inside another section, cross-hatching inside another, just lines, circles again, joined up, a spiral, curved lines, what shall I put there? Feeling very, indecisive today. There we go. And one circle in there. Now what? Let's put a line round him. And let's do zigzags. Okay. This one is going to look completely different from the one I started off emulating that I did before. And we can take these hearts up here a bit, I think. think we're going to call this a lovebird because he's covered in hearts, or she is. Lots of dots. And then up here, we're going to put some nice little polka dots. Why are they called polka dots? I don't know. And a spiral, and a spiral, and a spiral. Do you aspire to a spiral? I hope you can hear the birds outside chirping away. Our hedgehog is still doing okay. I'm a bit worried about him because he seems to be very thin, and I can't figure out whether he's just starving and he was in trouble because there's not much food out there for them at the moment, or whether he's old and he's just going to fade away. I think I'm just going to put in a couple more in black up here. Or whether he's just, really thin and needs to take time to... He eats like a trooper, so I'm kind of hopeful. He had some mealworms yesterday as well as his cat food. I said to Tamsin, you really should try to catch some worms for him. I'm sure he'd like some worms. Okay, so we'll adjust the look in his eye a little bit and bring that down a little bit there and take it does make a difference what you do with the eyeball. Okay, and I think I want to colour his beak. We'll just use a little bit of yellow ochre for the beak. There we are, and maybe we'll put a few more flowers up here. This is a very well embellished bird in the sense of he's absolutely covered in all sorts. And now the flower, let us put in a flower here. Which I think we'll need to colour in. Getting towards the end now. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, give us a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications, perhaps become a member of Patreon or the YouTube channel. All of the information's in the description below. And support us on there. And also, if you do, you get to join our Facebook group where you can join all our daily channel challenges and so on. At the moment, we're into the Paint a Bird a Day mode. So for the whole of June, we'll be doing more of these. I give you a prompt every day of a subject, and for this month, it's going to be a whimsical bird every day. Other months, it's other different things. Yes, so there we are. That's the MEEDEN colours having another workout. And, I tell you what, just as a final touch, we'll just paint these little hearts in yellow. This is a lot of fun, really, doing these. I think you'll enjoy it. Why don't you give it a try? And have a go at the mandala that we put up yesterday as well, because that's fun too and very relaxing. So, say bye-bye, birdie, and I'll see you again soon. So bye, everybody. Bye-bye now.